Alright, so anyway, so I got I did my thing today, right? I walked like around 15 to 20 minutes, 4 times, right? Did a little bit of chair exercise with about 5, 10 pounds each arm, right? Again, right? Trying to build up some core strength that has to do with lower reps, but a lot of reps and doing a lot of different exercises too. Now, if you do 30 reps and you go from, say, your side all the way up to your chest, right? That's a workout there, and things like that, right? So I went to the pool today again, right? And saw Brandon and I guess his assistant trainee, right? And again, did the exercise. I got one more class for Thursday, and they're closing it on the 27th for some reason, right? As well. I don't know what that means, right? Now I'm trying to get better, right? Right. But more I'm on it, more I hurt, right? Less I'm on it, less I hurt, right? But I can be on it 15 to 20 to 30 minutes, up and down, right? Kind of like with the deli mart jobs. I might need a little part time job, nothing big, nothing big. Well, I was trying to work out with Tim, but he seemed kind of having a problem with some of the arrangements, especially since it was legally under the table for me, right? And what that means is when you work for an employer, if you're disabled, you can make so much with SSI without even reporting it to the IRS, like $890, I think, a month. And you ain't got to report it because it's kind of like, under the table work and it don't really apply anymore, right? And these are old disability laws that were in place for a while. Unless you want to change those too much, somebody in Congress and Senate. You know what I mean? So again, Um, like I said, part of the reason of doing the pool is buoyancy, and I can do some of the easier exercises in the water, right? Some of the things I used to do on land, not everything probably, right? You can't really flip in water, but you can, you know, do somersaults in the water that, kind of simulate a flip. Not that I, flipped a lot, right? I don't more did kind of light gymnastics for the ninjutsu training. Which that involved cartwheels and roundabouts and what's called back, uh, either forward or backwards, a forward handstand or a forward pushover, whatever we call it, is where you a walkover or something like that, right? I can kind of do the walkover, okay, but when it came to doing actual push off on it, I was having some difficulty with that. Thing like that, and I could walk the typewriter. This is both before and after the accident too. And then there was jumping off the trailer and things like that. Right, like I said, I would try and see if I could jump at least a couple times, not repeatedly, but enough to know I could do it if I needed to. Right, not trying to say I would need to or not. Right. So that's where we get to the 3-story fall and trying to figure out what's all going on here, right? Because see, that's the focal point of everything, right? Not Daphne, which was 20 days before. Not, I mean, that's why that's long. And not after, which was the after effect of whatever happened on base, right? But like I said, we're talking conspiracy above conspiracy above conspiracy. Um, with Daphne or with Pastor Thomas at the church. So again, whoever I'm talking to, I would talk to them about what? Right. Either way. And again, I don't know. I couldn't have made it to Fellowship Church, but there again, no ID. No ID. You got to bring up the right points to make, right? Sometimes you what can't get on base ID, right? Right. No matter who vouches for you, no ID can't get on base, right? And like I said, I'm carrying on a make believe conversation as if I could have jumped from the window ledge and landed the fall, right? Because whoever's attacking me is acting like I wasn't injured in the fall somehow, right? Well, that's stupid as 3 stories. And I have amnesia from the window ledge down. try to get on the internet. So I just assumed, like I said, like a normal person would, I somehow got involved. That could be part of a larger conversation I do not remember, like with the car wreck. Maybe too, which again makes you wonder what happened there, right? And again, that was a little odd itself. So that involved at least my stepbrother, who again wanted me to drop him off at his girlfriend's house on the way back home, right? Which, like I said, we were supposed to go straight to Guyton and back. The most I might could have been gone is maybe 20 to 30 minutes, no longer than an hour. Then Mom would start worrying too, right? You know what I mean? So whatever happened there, right? So then you gotta list your suspects. The first one is, of course, Little Roddy himself, right? Kind of the black sheep of the family. The second will be Johnny Norris, who had a problem with Lynn, and that's the only one I remember having problems with besides that, right? Me and David Pelham never really talked much after him and Johnny and Deputy Sheriff Norris kind of got together with the ninja thing they were going through, right? That's all I know about that, too, right? Now, I also didn't see Johnny and David the following year, but I don't know if they didn't move or what, right? Like I said, right? So again, right? And all I can tell you is, again, hearsay. You can't prove hearsay, David Maddox, right? And he told me about something about Matthew being, David's younger brother, being raped by two guys. I don't know if that's true or not. That's hearsay. But I will mention it, right? In case it could involve something or not, right? Maybe David knew something about David Pelham I didn't know. I don't know. But like I said about Tina and Kathy, I don't know. That's still guesswork, but Tina and Kathy would know if we had a menage a trois. David might know if we had a menage a trois. I don't know if we had a menage a trois. So one of us was caught out the menage a trois, but it happened or not. So like I said, right? Now here's what I'm worried about their employees, right? They start telling the girls I'm gay. Right? Okay. Well, they might want to find out. I'm gay or not. Real close, you're making it hard for me. Right. That's how you tell. That's what you tell. Because see, a gay man may not respond to you, though it could be a gentleman, right? You never know. Especially if they're taught not to respond until what? The wedding night. No, wedding night. Some people are taught that, Lance, too. It's not good or bad. Don't make you gay automatically either. That could be bullying and stereotyping. But again, if you really feel that way by a certain age, okay, you can accept them. That's up to you. Like I said, I don't know you. And I don't judge you into condemnation no matter what you do, right? We keep going on about that. It's condemnation, okay, to the point that the person can't repent or something of what they're doing. Even Satan himself, okay, might could repent. You never know. You never know. But that's still the choice. That's still the game he's playing with him, God, and Jesus. And I'm trying to figure that stuff out too. Or shit, or whatever you want to call it, right? And that's a slang word, yes. It's for you too. I'm not a businessman. I'm a disabled veteran trying to get out of a story that happened to be in the military, right? Too. Could involve quid pro quo, little. A church I was going out to. And there's other churches I was going out to before that, during that. No. Off and on, too. I didn't just go out to their church. I'm seeking something from the church, though. Are they telling the truth, or are they not? Okay, first thing the Pastor Davis tried to do is attack the credibility of other churches we were going out to, right? Now, how do you do a cult? The thing a cult does, like Jim Jones, for example, is they try to isolate you and separate you from your family and friends. And get you to start going out to their church exclusively because they're the only church that can be saved. They're the only ones who go in heaven. And the one that can be saved, but then. That's a cult. That's a cult. Why? Because Jesus doesn't even begin to teach that. No. Right. He teaches all can come to God, come to know God. No one's perfect. They're not one. I myself am what? Why callest thou me good? There's no one good save one. That's God does. God. Now, perceive Jesus how Thomas did, that he was his God. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's Thomas's opinion after the resurrection. And of course, he's not also talking about Jesus, but the God who raised Jesus from who? The dead. The dead. See that little part in it too, right? Right. So you want to take the statement and apply it to Jesus as a human being in the flesh who was resurrected by God, which is why you're confusing the Muslims a little bit and the Jews, right? Probably Christians. You're trying to make him solely God, right? No, we're all God. We're all God if you do it that way. Yet again, some of you are men playing God, and that's the problem too, right? See, the difference between the humility of Christ and your humility is he still said, Father, into thy hands I commit my, what? Spirit. So what is resurrected when you resurrect the Spirit? The Spirit. Same point. Now, to some of you, I might appear as a prophet or one to do it. Some of you, I might be a false prophet, or you don't even want to hear what I'm saying. That's fine, right? You don't know me. You don't know me either way. As a man seeking the truth, I can be confused, I can be tricked, I can be knocked out, I can be attacked. I can guess what happened here, I can guess what happened there, but I'm guessing. When I say I'm guessing, I'm not guessing. Like anyone else. And you can usually tell when someone's guessing what happened or when they really remember what happened. Okay. And it's not too smart to say how you would murder someone when you're married to them and they were murdered. Period. Me thinking about murdering them. Okay. That's not getting away with it either. Whether you did or not. I don't do it, so. But anyone would suspect either way if you're doing all that shit, you know what I mean? You can't prove how you would murder your wife by telling an alternative version of murdering your wife. Just don't sound right there. Right. Either way. And like you said, some people, what's the phrase Brittany used? I'll never tell. We don't know. Now, the thing about Kim Kardashian West, okay, and her parasol incident, okay. Now, it's a little weird, right? We're having the guys down there for 40 minutes, right, discussing something that's probably to rape Kim or not, let's be honest, right? But the details get a little murky after that. But they do finally leave, right? You know what I'm saying. Maybe that's why Kim, right? 15 more years, 30 for murder, right? All that would be tacked on so they would get out when they're dead, right? You might be a nice piece of ass. But I don't think it's worth all that. They would just get 15 for the burglary, though. That's enough to, whatever happens, right? Get out in time and get out there. Maybe you do. So, whatever. That's what I mean, too. If you look into a situation, whether you know what's going on or not, your objective is to try to help the person who's having the problem, and with all that, too, whether you know them or not, right? If you're trying to be a pastor or a minister or anything, all right? But you don't act like you know for sure that even happened. You can't prove it, disprove it. No matter what you see in the tabloids, too. Understand that, too. You got to know the difference between tabloid reporting, Pink Panther reporting, and stuff like that. But it does seem like a plot to a movie, don't it? I saw that when the Pink Panther 1 or 2 or 3. Right. Steal the diamond ring and, a few trinkets, right? Okay. I also have seen The Clockwork Orange. So, I don't know what's going on, right? But somewhere between that and the Pink Panther, right? Exactly. But I don't have the ability to save anyone, barely myself, like Peter said, right? So my job isn't to try to save you so much as inform you what I'm being taught by God, right? As a man, who's trying to serve the spirit, not the flesh, right? Now, this is why some people get confused, though, between the flesh and the spirit. Once you're a creature, right? Even if you were God, you're a creature then. Say you are aware of all things equal to God. And you're one with God, like Jesus, baby. You're still, once you become human, capable of making mistakes, right? And this becomes confusing about the woman caught in the act of adultery. Another issue they're not realizing with Judaism itself, and this could be a problem as well, is the husband, right, in Judaism, is the only male who can determine the fate of a wife who commits adultery against him to stone her or not, as the script says. Right. No other man. And you can argue this point all you want, but this is how it works in Judaism. You're not a Jew now, you're following who? Constantine and the Roman Catholics, right? Now they're trying to say it's just some local prostitute they brought to Jesus, but why? See, businesses like this, right? Hosea married a what? Prostitute. Samson had a what? Prostitute. How many? Two, three. I might have been with 4, maybe 5. I don't know. I'm not counting. I don't judge that either, being that I'm seeking my wife and things like that, and you're interfering with that too, baby. Though we what? Don't judge. We don't judge unto what? Condemnation. Condemnation. Like we're God and can punish the sinner like Satan does. Might be the real problem too. Is that not why Paul said the Lord said he will repay the sinner? Right. And what is the point of the sins of the sinner? Right? To get him to keep doing it or go back to being what? What he was before he learned to sin. You have to learn to sin. Sin is not a part of your makeup, right? And once the first sinner sinned, right, we know who that was, right? Right. We can either what? Follow him or not. Follow him or not. Right? It's the what? Choice is yours. Choice is yours. And even when you choose not to choose, you what? Still obey the choice. Exactly. Right? Like in the Matrix, there's always a choice. You're going to say yes, no, not right now. Maybe a little later on when you're old enough, things like that. You know what I mean? Just teasing again. Just teasing again. Right, I'm teasing with that. By now. Whatever happened in the past was in the past. Anyone else involved with those, right? I can't remember you. If you're in the past, right, you're in my past. If you're in my future, you got to arrange all that, right? To where at least know we're together or something like Maribel and all that. We was really with. But again, I don't judge you, babies or not, virgin or not. Though I do want to remember a virgin, like I said, you know what I mean? At least pop one. But we're not obsessed with it, are we? No, we're not. Right. But see, what do you think? All of a sudden, God's going to restore my memory. I remember all the virgins that ever popped or something. I don't know. But again, is it some of my friends' girlfriends who I'm not trying to fuck because I'm trying to be a good guy, and they keep calling me gay, and they fuck me anyway, and they fuck you anyway. Because I'm trying to respect their right to choose their boyfriend, you see. Right, Bubba? You know, I know you bring girls around too. What happens to them? He's my gay cousin, Dion and Brian, too. I don't know. I already told you all I know about my cousins, my sisters, and all that. I mean, you know, like I said, I know not to try to do that at certain times, right? Right? You know what I mean, right? It's also faith level, right? Of you and the person involved, and do you reach an agreement there, right? To do it or not, to do it or not. Right, and what's the agreement you reach? So that's the point too, right? If you have amnesia though with something, right? Amnesia works differently, right? That means someone interfered with what happened too, right? After you did it with the person you might have did it with, right? Say one I'm kind of suspicious of now is what happened with Connie and the Ouija board. With the movie Ouija being out at the time with Ronnie Day. Now, that could work in my favor or not. I don't know. You don't know, right? Because it's all how Junior, who witnessed it, spend it to Connie. You know what I mean? Right. So see, I had a witness, right? Her brother, little brother, right. See, no. Now, who would have a problem with it of the three involved? Me, Brian, or Connie? Brian. If we did or didn't. Now, I don't kiss and tell either. No, don't kiss and tell. I try not to do that to the girls either. Right? Not supposed to do that to a woman with either, whether she's a virgin or what. No, not. Now, you wouldn't expect, though, on their wedding night, your cousin's wives to come and fuck you, right? They wouldn't start, in on you like you were gay and not fuck their wives or something either, right? Or have sex with them. That would be crazy too, Dean. Right. An email cousin I have. Why? They're not gay. That's why. That's why. Now, I would fight them off, of course. Because I'm what? Not gay. But why ain't I gay? Because I'm trying to wait for what? Marriage. Right. What does that mean? Walking down the aisle usually too. Right. Now, here's the problem though. I learned a little something about premarital sex. They're not telling you all. You can have it. According to Moses, right? You're just to go to the girl's dad and ask her hand in marriage, right? Usually. That's all that would be required. So who's lying about that? The men in the church, right? Adding to the commandment of God what? The commandment of men. Making the commandment of God of what? None effect. Right. It also even talks about kind of a rape scenario later on. And that gets a little weird because Moses has the audacity to make the girl marry the man who raped her in the field and she didn't cry or something. Right? What the fuck? I think that's a little confusing to you today, right? It doesn't permit rape itself. I think what it means is if he seduces her in the field, that's different. And he didn't go into a lot more detail, right? Or, yeah. Let me tell you this, and I'm not going to bring up Gabrielle Union if you want me to wait. That's all I'll say about that. But anyone who's raped, male or female, woman or man, if you're a hermaphrodite or something, here's the difference between rape and consensual sex. A person can always say no at any time during the sex. That means you gotta stop. Period. Don't matter age. Don't matter how horny you are. Stop. Whole point. No means what? No. This ain't Tokyo, I guess, right? Some say yes means no over there. No. Hey! I think that means no, right? Plus, yes. Hi! I know. So, one, right? I guess, right? Sometimes they might not listen to, I heard, right? In business settings, sometimes too, right? Well, that's a problem. I don't know. We need to work on that, Japanese people. Because, see, if your yes is really a no and your no is really yes, we don't know what you're saying either way, and you can be perceived as a threat to somebody, right? So you need to make your no a definite no too, or your yes a definite yes too. That way we don't get any more, wars or anything like World War II or World War III or yeah. So you kind of do that, make up what you need to make up. And I means I, and hi means hi. In Japanese. I do know boo from whatever it is. Quentin's. Kill Bill. One and two. One and two. Is Chinese for no. Maybe Cantonese or something. Or Mandarin, one of them. There's two dialects, all right. But again, I gotta do me. I gotta do me. Not you, not you. Gotta be me. Okay. This is what I learned. This is my testimony. Like it or not, right? Your testimony is his testimony. Your testimony. Right. You can't testify for me what I've been through, and I can only tell you part of what I've been through involves me. Couple times. Recently, did. Okay. But who's still standing better than he ever did? Me. Right. But I'm fresh from the shower, right? And you're messing with my hairline again. And it's not even dry yet. It's wet. No. So how do you know this is my same hairline, right? You go left, right, up, rounded, right, right. But yeah, it's my hairline. No better, no worse, no worse. Bye.